Wizard 101 has been around for 15 years and has been receiving new updates and expansions throughout that entire lifespan. But is it possible to beat all 15 years worth of content without dying once? That's the question I've set out to answer, and today I'll be continuing the dangerous and oh so long world of Zafaria, where if I die, I delete my character and end the series with this video. After putting a halt to the Cult of Shadows actions in Stone Town, the home of the elephants, the Elephant Queen holds up her end of the bargain by freeing the student she was holding captive in the town zoo. Because, you know, he's a human, they're elephant people. Yeah, you get it. With another student saved, the Queen sends us on an expedition to the land of the gorillas, Drum Jungle, with the hopes of finding the Queen's lost son before Morganth, the main villain, and her cult track him down and put him in even more danger. See, the leader of the gorillas has teamed up with Morganth due to Zafaria's main governing body, the Council, not treating them fairly, supposedly. We only get their recounting of these events. This resulted in their leader, Kala Silverback, giving Morganth the sacred relic entrusted to them by the Council of Light, the Spiral's version of the Avengers, except they do absolutely nothing. Ever. This relic was one of 4 items trusted to Zafaria's various factions to keep Morganth's deck of shadows buried below the depths of Mirror Lake, and she's been able to snag 3 of the 4. The last relic is held in the Elephant Graveyard, which seems to be why Morganth's cult is on the hunt for the Elephant Prince. Obviously, if they get a hold of this relic, it's bad news, so we need to find a way to get through Drum Jungle and into the Elephant Graveyard. The first boss standing in the way of this, Zalakir Nightweaver, is a pretty run-of-the-mill fire boss with average stats, but some impressive firepower with spells like Ifrit and especially Fire Dragon. I don't think he'll be too tough to beat, but you never know, I guess. Turn 1 shield, I'll take that. Bro's got 10 pips. He's gonna pop off with something funny. It's only a matter of time. He's gonna blade his minion. I guess that's it. No, I'm kind of worried about the... Actually, no, I can kill him. If I blade now, he won't have enough pips for an Earthquake, so I might as well just start buffing up. I think this Forest Lord kills that guy. Yeah, I think Forest Lord kills a minion anyway. As long as the crit powers, this guy should be dead. Maybe. Please be dead. Fuck. That sucks. He has 17 HP. That is unfortunate, but I can shield. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. I'll figure it out. Ooh, I can't shield all that though. And he's mythic. That is like the worst spell he probably could have used. I wish he used anything else. I guess I need to get rid of one of these blades then. I guess I'll just start blading up for a Forest Lord. And by blading up, I mean use 1 blade because that's gonna get Earthquake in a turn, so I just need him to die. And this Forest Lord is enchanted, so maybe it probably won't kill the boss, but it'll kill the minion at least and get this guy close. 113, I don't think a one hit, yeah, one hit definitely doesn't kill him. And he's gonna use all his pips into a shield. That's what I was waiting for. Now we just kinda gotta wait patiently for a Forest Lord. And that should be a W. That's what I needed. I mean, this guy's just over. See you never, pal. With Zalakir out of the picture, we now have the ability to free the chaperone of the missing students, this creepy flamingo guy, who has some bad news about the Elephant Prince. He's already been apprehended by Morganth's lackeys and is being taken to the Elephant Graveyard, being used as some sort of key to the final relic Morganth needs. Now, this next bit of plot makes absolutely no sense, so bear with me for a second. Apparently, none of our allies know where the Elephant Graveyard is. The weird flamingo guy we just rescued doesn't know, the gorillas that have lived in this area for centuries don't know, and the literal elephant who gave us a ride here doesn't know where his people are buried. And the worst part, it's so easy to find. It's literally a wide open gate with 2 big elephant statues adorning it. You have to try to not know where this place is. But since nobody can find the Elephant Graveyard, we need to beat the information out of the lowliest scum known to man, an Arc 2 myth boss. Myth bosses have a plethora of utility that makes them obnoxious to deal with. Loads of stuns, myth imps that leave me stuck with life dispels, earthquakes that break all of my blades and can ruin my finished setup at a moment's notice. Yeah, fun moves to play against. He's gonna be a pain in the ass, but let's just get this over with. Going first is really nice here. I'm not gonna lie. Because now I don't have to worry about getting like myth imped while I already chose a 7 pip spell and losing all my pips. I don't have to do that. So I can play a bit more freely than I would have to otherwise, which is nice. I'm starting with the shield though. Obviously got a lot of pips. And he's just gonna cut right through with a Minotaur. All right. At least he didn't crit though. There's a silver lining to this. I'm gonna go for a Prism pull here, yep. And then Blade, maybe? And then go for Forest Lord, maybe? It really depends on what the Myth guy's pips look like, because he could just Earthquake. No enchant still is a bit of a bummer. I'm just gonna Blade. Ooh, he's gonna fizzle. Great day for society. No enchant still does suck. Do I fucking faint this guy? No, I'm just gonna rip it. I'm just gonna rip it. It might kill, it might not. A crit would be huge though. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now if it powers, I think we got a chance of killing this guy in a reasonable manner. Okay, and we're not killing this guy in a reasonable manner. That sucks. Just Earthquake, just do it. Oh, that's almost worse, to be honest. He didn't crit again, which is the saving grace of this scenario. I'm gonna just use this one just to get it out of the way. I just want that minion gone, and then I'm gonna probably just play the long game and heal and go from there. That minion's finally dead, thank God. I'm worried a little bit about this guy myth imping, though. That would suck a lot. I guess I'm just gonna blade. It's not like you can earthquake me anymore. We should just be able to set up for the haymaker and it'll work out fine. I actually need a hit. Fuck, what am I doing? I might actually need to reshuffle. Well, I got 2 blades up, so if I can find a Force Lord, this guy is gonna die. I just need to find it, and that's the problem. I think I have 1 more left, so I'm not gonna reshuffle, but I could just be wrong. There it is, literally the last card in the deck. Get in here, buddy. I mean, this guy's just cooked. Now that the most annoying man in the world is dead and the location of the elephant graveyard is discovered, we immediately run into another problem. The doors are locked, and the only way to open the doors is to take the keys from Kala Silverback, the leader of the gorillas and one of Morgant's trusted lieutenants. Now, Kala is a Star School boss, which in the past meant he'd be pretty weak. Star School bosses up to this point had no access to power pips since their schools didn't have spells that made use of them, but Safaria has flung this weakness far in the opposite direction. Now, Astral bosses have power pip mastery over multiple schools of spells, with Kala in particular having 4 total masteries in balance, fire, life, and myth. He makes good use of all of these aside from the fire, boasting some strong balance and myth spells along with some nice heals. He'll be a tricky boss to deal with, but if I end things quick and avoid his healing, he shouldn't really be a problem at all. I do have some blades to start with. The issue is he's got pips. You can just take him right off. I don't want to faint either. I'm just gonna start with a blade and hope he doesn't earthquake. And he earthquaked. Hey, it happens. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Another life blade. Let's just get a blade on. Myth trap I don't love because this dude could use some strong shit, but he's going for another balance spell. Oh, he's doing the thing. And he's critting again. Damn, I'm getting crit on a lot today. I'm gonna go for another blade. I think I'm just gonna try and... No, I can't risk it because of the fucking myth minion. And I probably have to just hit next turn because getting earthquake just sets me back so hard. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just run it down. How much are we looking at? I don't think he has earthquake either from what I saw, so I can just blade up and figure it out. Bro going for a meteor? Hey, fair enough. It gets through the shield, but still does like pretty much no damage, so... But he's dead. Goodbye. With access to the elephant graveyard finally in our grasp, we can roll on in and start the search for the missing prince. Immediately upon entering, however, the ghost of Queen Alyssa, the first elephant queen, lets us in on some bad news. Morganth beats the punch, and the elephant prince is already under her control. The final relic is held in Queen Alyssa's tomb, and the only way we can beat Morganth inside is to nab some of the late queen's relics. Yeah, a lot of relics this episode. The first boss guarding a relic, Otto Razor Whip, is a pretty run-of-the-mill ice boss, delegated a task that's, let's face it, way above his skill level and probably above his pay grade. He's got some tower shields and he's got some stuns, but he's about to get cooked, let's just be honest. Honestly, this is not a very hard-hitting duo, I gotta say. Ice and Death, you know what? At this point in the game, not that hard. Okay, this is why, yeah. This is why everybody hates playing ice characters. The stuns, the tower shields, they got it all. He's Wraithen again? He went back to back? For what? What do you gain from this? Rawzilla, huh? Okay, this is kind of bigger guns. We're moving up the food chain. I'm gonna get another blade up. Yeah, I don't think 2 blades are gonna be enough is my problem. So I'm gonna put a shield up. Keep digging for blades, keep digging for feints. I'll tell you what, the fizzle animation when it's not you doing it never gets old. Vampire, somehow this guy is moving down the fucking order of command here. We went from 6 pip to 4 pip. I know he thought this is gonna do numbers. All right, I think this kills both. It might not, I'm not 100% sure. I think if this crits, it'll kill boss. So I like to see. If it powers, I think it'll power, but if it powers, I think we're just good here. Wait, no, I think he's got more health than that. That rascal. Good thing I have enough pips for another one immediately. Hitting him with the back-to-back. He got cooked. Let's be honest. That's one of the queen's relics found. After smacking 2 more mediocre bosses with no plot relevance, we've got 1 boss left. Gerald. It's a life boss, which is already a pain in the ass since it resists all of my spells, but even worse, it's got Forest Lord. Yeah, that spell I've been smacking every boss in a 500-mile radius with, Gerald's got it. Let's go show it that Forest Lord isn't a toy and it needs to use that spell responsibly. And by that, I mean, we're just gonna kill him. And I'm getting stunned for 2 turns. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the myth mobs. It might honestly just be worth not killing them both in one fell swoop and just killing the minion as soon as possible so I can, set up at my leisure as opposed to really worrying about earthquake pips all the time. There's a blade. Oh, it's such a risk going for another blade. Oh no, he's still got pips. I was really hoping he'd like Minotaur or something. It looks like he's saving up for an earthquake. Please don't do what I think you're meant to do. Please don't do it. Oh, I'd take an Orthrus over an Earthquake any fucking day of the week. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the crit though, and the blade. Oh wow, this might do like over 1,000. No crit on the Centaur. I should be fine for a little bit longer. And I do have a heal in my hand. Just gonna pop it. You don't gotta tell me to heal twice. And now to start buttering him up with feints, blades, and the like. He's using my own thing against me, by the way. I didn't point that out, but... Listen, he may have jacked the swag, but I don't think he's gonna be able to beat the original. I really don't. Especially if this crit goes through, just like that, and he dies. Yes, sir. With another Forest Lord owner put in their place, we've gotten our hands on all the mini relics to unlock Queen Alessa's tomb. After smacking the shit out of a game of Bop It on the floor, we finally got access to the big elephant relic we need to shut the Cult of Shadows down, but guess who beat us to the punch?
Bab Tree and Shining Mountain, by night sky captured in Mirror Lake. Wards fall away and let me pass.
Too late again, young wizard. I summoned the Lady of Spiders, the Mistress of Shadows, the Dark Woman, the Umbra Queen!
Yeah, maybe fighting 4 total bosses took a little bit too much time. With all of Zafaria's major relics now in hand, Morganth ducks this smoke and dips out of the tomb, likely heading towards Mirror Lake to unearth her deck of shadows with the goal of getting back into fighting shape. After beating the brakes off these random minions, we check back in with Inyaga Whitestripes, our zebra guide, who helps us find our own path to Mirror Lake, the final dungeon of Zafaria. Our goal is to stop Morganth in her tracks before she gets back to full power, allowing her to cause chaos across the spiral once again. Next time, we'll be taking on the Mirror Lake dungeon and finally finishing Zafaria. And as always, see you guys then.